I haven't slept in a while, and I'm sick, and the background is just and I'm on my webcam, and the message is kind of shitty. So sorry in advance that everything in this video is shit, but it kind of needs to be made, needs to be out there, so you guys know what's going on, because if you saw the last episode of Sanity, you're probably going, oh, what the fuck, is Lyle gone from Sanity? Is that a joke? Is that, yes, this is my last season of Sanity. I wanna lay a couple things to rest before, because people are gonna want to know why, and I just want to shoot some things before they even arise, because it's inevitably going to happen. First of all, it has nothing to do with the machinima layoffs. I know that people are all up in arms about that shit, and I don't necessarily agree with all their business practices, but a lot of people claim to understand machinima from a business perspective who really don't, and I know that if I don't say it right here, people are going to assume that I was one of the layoffs and be like, oh, Machinima's firing everybody. No, Machinima did not fire me. I still work with them. It had nothing to do with that. The second thing that people are probably going to want to know is, does it have anything to do with, like, personal drama or shit like that, or, want to know these fucking juicy details? Really, there aren't any. I'm not going to say it's completely devoid of that, but it's not really, it's not really anything major. I'm not one to take my ball and go home if, things go shit. I can still work with somebody that I don't get along with professionally, and it's not really about that, at least not for me. The reason that I'm not on Sanity anymore, more than anything else, is just that I'm tired of it. I don't like the show anymore. I don't find it creatively fulfilling. That said, I did put a lot of work into season 3, and you pay me to make a show, I'll put on a goddamn show for you. But it's not. It's just not what I want to do. There's only so much that you can really do in like a 30-second, 45 maximum period. You can't really do character humor, or if you do, you can just like barely scratch the surface of it, and then those characters are gone forever. So and also I felt extremely disconnected from anything that I didn't do. I'm sure that most people can kind of figure out that the show, since, with the exception of the finale, obviously, but since about the 5th or the 6th episode of season 2, has been almost completely exclusively done by one person or another. Like, it's either Dex's skit or it's my skit. It's an animation that Dex wrote, or it's an animation that I wrote, or so there was that huge disconnect, and I just if half of the show doesn't really connect with you, it's not really, it's kind of difficult to be sort of proud of it as a creator, I guess. And even the stuff I did do, it's not like it's not like I considered it high art. I mean, you're given a 30-second window. You can't do very many complex jokes with that. You can try, but you don't really have enough of a window to really do anything that breaks any boundaries, at least not consistently. So, that plus the limitation of having to work in machinima, which with a lot of games, it wasn't actually a big deal, but, it's still there. I feel like that also is creatively limiting. And, I mean, I'm not here to, like, trash the show. I definitely worked hard on it, but I don't want to let it go into the territory where I'm just beating a dead horse for money. Not to say that that's what the show will become. By all means, watch the new season when I'm replaced by some other dude, and judge for yourself. I'm not gonna say hate it because I don't like it. And I wouldn't even necessarily say that I don't like it. I just don't find it creatively satisfying. So I'd rather do sort of my own thing. I mean, so what's this mean, basically, is the end result of this? It pretty much just means I'm gonna focus more mainly on this channel. I've been trying to do this for a while, but I haven't really been able to completely sort of dedicate a lot of effort into it. I did a little bit before the season started up when it was all kind of in waiting, but I want to dedicate a little more time to this channel. I'm still working on a show with Corey. I'm still working on another animated show that's sort of in progress. So it's not the end of any major thing. It's just I'm sort of moving on. So yeah, that's it. You know, maybe you think that's a horrible idea. Maybe you think that's great. Maybe you're pissed. Maybe you're happy. But this is something that kind of needed to happen eventually, and now is eventually. Let's move forward. Let's do something. Let's make a future together, you and me. Let's not. That's kind of weird. That's kind of creepy. I'm sorry to get your hopes up. Stop looking at me like that. Don't be like that. Don't be like that. Don't be like that. You and me are from different worlds. I'm gonna stop now. This joke isn't even funny, and I've taken it far too far. Yeah, and that's exactly what I want to avoid. So I'm doing a smashing job of that. Naturally, and this is so far so good. This is going great. Yeah, this isn't dragging on or going for far too long at all. Perfect length video. Good job, Lyle. Good job making the perfect length video with absolutely nothing unnecessary ever. Why, thank you, Lyle. I'm very happy that you think that this video is the perfect length. Oh, quite. I do believe that this video is exactly the length that it needs to be. If anything, it's too short. Why, it's too short, you say. So should we keep it going? Why, yes, I believe that we should. And we will continue because we have so many good ideas to proceed with this video on the backs of. Do you see what I'm getting at? Do you see what it's like? This is what it's like. This is my example. Okay, I'm done. Bye.